Hello there. This is Harley here if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is Monster24X7. So, I just recently got a request on my gauges because some of you may know, some of you may not. I have gauged ears, or sorry, stretched ears. The technical term is stretched ears, but I say gauged because I'm just so used to it. These are gauges. The holes in your ears are stretching your ears. That's what the process is called. But I'm going to talk to you about my process of how I gauge my ears and the downfalls and ups about having gauged ears. I'm currently at a 2. This is my plug that goes in my ear. Or I'm sorry, tunnel. Whatever you want to call it. Plug, tunnel. It's a gauge, you know. But these are 2s. I tape wrapped them to not quite a 0, but a little bit bigger than a 2, obviously, because you tape wrap them. But this is what the hole looks like in my ear. You can see straight through my ear, pretty much. I can't see it. There it is, right there. This side is bigger than this one because I didn't tape wrap them even, but it doesn't really matter. They're all going back to the same size once I get my 0s in. But yeah, there's that. So, how I started, I've had gauges for about 1.5 years. Sorry, I'm trying to put it back in. And, oh crap, I dropped it. But I have had noticeable gauges where you could actually tell that my ears were gauged for about 6 or 7 months. Stuck. I think sometimes I prefer tapers much better because they're a lot easier to put in. Okay, I'm not going to worry about you right now. But how it started was I didn't consider it stretching my ears because I just thought it looked cool. I would put paper clips in my ears, and that kind of started it because paper clips are actually bigger. The regular ear size is a 20, and paper clips are probably about a 12, which is the gauge size. So that kind of started it, and then I went back to my regular size because I didn't consider it gauging, so I would put different earrings in, and so it wouldn't really stay stretched. And then I decided I had always liked the look of gauges, the look of the whole punk rock scene type thing. If you look at me, I'm not really punk rock scene, but I have some crazy things about me because I'm not going to go through this whole symbolic source of why I do the things I do, simply because I like attention. I have bright red hair with blonde streaks in it that I did myself, and I have just funky hair. Some people don't like it, some people do. I really don't care, but I like attention, so I did it. I have humongous holes in my ears because I like attention, because people are going to look at it and be like, whoa, okay. So, and I started at 10s, because that was the biggest yet smallest size that I could do and get away with it. And then whenever I moved up here, because my grandparents didn't really like the whole gauges, tattoos, piercings thing, but I did. So yeah, whenever I moved up here, my mom didn't care if I had gauges. It didn't bother her. So I had first ordered some 8s and some 10s because, you know, next sizes, just to put them in. I actually could not get the 8s through my ear because the outside, it was like a plug, and it got skinnier in the middle, and they were really big on the sides. And the outside was probably like a 10, and then it was an 8. Or no, the inside was a 10, and then it was like 8s. And I was like, I cannot get that through my ear. So I tried putting the 8s through, which is what these are. And I thought it was so cool because I had these tiny little gauges. I actually lost the back for that one. But yeah, these are my gauges. These are size 8. And pretty much just put lotion on them, shove them through your ear. Now, I have had blowouts, I have had problems with gauging and everything, but I've never had to downsize because anytime I know I have a blowout, because it hurts like no other if you have a blowout. And if you rip your ear, it hurts like no other. So that's how I know, is if it hurt really bad. So I just leave it in for a couple weeks and let it heal on its own and let it heal around the gauge, and then it's just fine. So those are my 8s. Then the next size is a 6. But I think, yeah, these are 6 right here. And they say you're not supposed to wear tapers as your gauges because they're not good for it. I don't know why. That's just what everyone says, I guess. So these actually came with little ones like this, because the taper is just meant for you to actually gradually get up to that size and then shove the actual one through. But I like these because, again, I like attention. They're a lot bigger, more noticeable, so I keep these. Then I go to these ones. Hurt like crap, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I cried shoving that through my ear. It doesn't look very big, but it hurt. Then I went to these ones. These were my favorite because they were glow in the dark. Went to those right there. There's the size of those. Those were 6s. These were 4s right here. And then after I got these, I decided they were big enough so I could go to a plug. So I got 6s. Those are 6s. I got 2s. And then whenever I actually put these in, the 2s, I didn't feel anything, so I was like, that's the same size, because they say if you get your gauges from different places, they're not always going to be the same size. So I tape wrapped them. Yeah, bad idea. But now they're good and healed and they're healthy ears and whatnot. So yeah, pros about having gauged ears. If you like to stand out, you're gonna. There's different kinds, you know. There's not really many pros. It's just the fact of you like it or you don't. Downfalls: ripping your ears, blowing out your ears. That all hurts like heck. It is a learning process. You learn what not to do while putting in a gauge. Like, I learned it's a heck of a lot easier to put lotion on the gauge than put it in, because if you try to put it in dry, you're going to rip your ear some way or another. So yeah. On to that's probably about it. I don't know. So my plans are, I want to go all the way up to a 000, maybe a 00. The 00 is going to be my limit, but a 0 is probably maybe about that big, maybe that big. I don't know, but I don't know. We shall see. So this is my video on my gauges. Comment, message me with video ideas if you want to see me do something. Subscribe to my channel, Monster24x7. Comment below. Cool. Love you guys. Bye.